Welcome back to Nightshade Reviews. I hope you'll forgive this video. It's an unscripted video. It's about something that really caught my eye and I want to talk about. I saw a tweet on Twitter basically from somebody saying the following. Today, I had a very deep and long conversation with a 15-year-old former Prince fan. I say former because she has put up all of her Prince memorabilia for sale. She told me that she was done with Prince because of the rude behaviour of the older fans. This is what turns people away from his music. Too many know-it-alls and everybody's and anybody's. And way too many young ones being attacked because they're young. If the younger generation isn't taught to carry on Prince's legacy, who will it be left to do it? Nobody will. It really got me thinking because we have a tremendous amount of knowledge in the Prince community. I mean, people, I think, don't just like Prince as Prince fans or fans. They really go into Prince. I mean, they really know everything Prince recorded, everything he did, every decision he made, and there's phenomenal knowledge out there. But on the other hand, that can be quite intimidating if you're coming in as a youngster. I was incredibly lucky. I mean, incredibly lucky. I was 14, and an older fan who was about sort of late 20s. He really brought me in to the Prince world. He recorded a lot of the albums for me. He didn't push it on to me, but he allowed me to explore Prince's work. And when I had questions, I could go to him and he would provide me with things that he thought I would like. And I really was lucky because he introduced me to this world, and this introduction changed my life. Now, we've all been on Facebook. We've all been there where somebody said something about Prince that's not 100% accurate, and people have said, oh, you're not a true fan. If you're a true fan, you would know that wasn't true. I can't believe you didn't know that. And sometimes people get sort of jumped on. A young fan perhaps just heard a couple of Prince songs, quite liked them, just wanted to ask a question, and they say, well, this question's been asked before, everybody knows this. Well, we need to remember we were all there at the beginning. There was all a time in our lives before we knew Prince's work. There was all a time when we didn't know everything. It takes years, and no one knows everything. Everybody gets things wrong, and I really think we need to stop perhaps being gatekeepers. We need to encourage the next generation. One of the things I've learned from YouTube, we get some of the analytics of the age of people who watch our videos, and I'll be honest, there aren't that many young people coming through. There's a few amazing young people in the Prince community who I know who sort of in their early 20s, and they are phenomenal, and their passion and knowledge and the way they take Prince's music and reinterpret it in new ways and really sort of study it and analyse it is fantastic. But that said, the majority of Prince fans now are, late 40s, 50s, and the new generation needs to come through. And some of the things people complain about, really, they say, well, Prince is on TikTok, he wouldn't have wanted that, or Prince should he be used in commercials. We don't want Prince to be exploited, absolutely not, but equally we want people to realise the genius he was, and we want people of the next generation to really have that. I see a lot of my timeline, for example, Michael Jackson community, and they seem to have quite a large younger following. I could be wrong, but I see a lot of younger fans talking about Michael Jackson. I don't see it to the same extent with Prince, and I hope that that will happen, because we need to get Prince's work to everybody, and we need to be encouraging. We need to say to people, we all started off knowing nothing. We all make the odd mistakes. We're all here for the same reason. We all appreciate Prince's work, and we should welcome that. Prince didn't care if you went to a concert and you'd been at a concert 50 times, or it was your first time. He loved it when it was the first time. He often talked in concerts, is this your first time? And it's brilliant. I think that's something we should encourage. It doesn't matter if you're a fan who owns everything, every remix, every maxi single, everything. There's a point where we need to remember that we're all one, and we're all, although we have different views and opinions, we're all part of the Prince community, and we should welcome people into that and encourage people into that. If they're being genuine, they want to understand about Prince, they want to know where something fits in Prince's chronology, we can signpost them, we can talk to them, we can say, oh, have you listened to this, or oh, this is part of this era and it's fantastic and you should check this out. We really want to encourage people to appreciate Prince's work. We mustn't be gatekeepers. We mustn't be so scary that people say, oh God, I don't want to say anything wrong because people will jump on me. People say, I don't know this, or I'm not going to ask a question. We should be welcoming, because ultimately, the more people that enjoy Prince, the more people in our community, the more Prince's legacy will continue into the next generation. And that's really important. We need to embrace that. And I just don't want anybody to be put off by the Prince community. I want us all to welcome, the thought that people are welcome to our community. They're part of it. I hope that makes sense. I just don't want anybody to be put off, because if I hadn't had somebody bring me into the community when I was 14, I wouldn't be here, and it changed my life, and it means I met some amazing people and had an amazing journey. And this person was only a year older than me, and it's sad to feel that they've perhaps been put off. And I just hope that we just take a second and think we've all been there. We've all been at the beginning. Let's embrace the next generation. We need the next generation to continue Prince's work. And Prince was all about the next generation. He would bring, new talent on, and he would introduce, the world to his music through different mediums, and to encourage new listeners. So let's just hope that we can, perhaps as a community, and it's, most people are really great at this, but whenever somebody says something, perhaps, they don't know everything, we just need to react with kindness. I hope some of that makes sense, and forgive me for this personal, it's not a rant, but a personal plea. Okay, thank you. I'll see you soon.